Okay, I'm labeling this video number 3 because I'm trying to keep them labeled by numbers as people have asked. As you can tell, I'm in a whole other location. I'm actually in a whole other state today. Yesterday I did a video where I was venting a lot of my frustrations regarding reporting child sex trafficking and the difficulties that I have had with that. I get, I've gotten a lot of feedback of people that are frustrated as well, and I've tried to explain. I want to explain more clear that one of the reasons that I'm going through all the motions is to show the world or people in general how very difficult it is to actually report these crimes. Coming from somebody who worked in law enforcement for many, many years and investigated these crimes, you would think that would even give me some sort of, step up to validity on some of the things that I have to report. And as you can see, it's time and time again, you're turned away, or you're told to leave a note, or told to call a tip line, or, it just goes on and on and on. And, I honestly believe that there are people at the very, very, very top of government, very few, maybe only one, but I won't get into that right now, who are trying to help. But the clutter in the middle and just the crisis that we have in the middle, and the unjust and unfairness we have, and the corruption of the justice system and some of the federal agencies, it's just so overwhelming. It's very hard for the truth tellers, such as myself and other whistleblowers, other law enforcement officers who stood up within the system, other soldiers, federal workers. I mean, you name it. There are thousands and thousands that stood up and have taken a stand and have been brutally retaliated against. It's very hard for us to even get to somebody who can do something about it, and even listen to some of the stories that we have. And these aren't just stories of yesteryear or stories of the 1970s. These are stories that happened in our careers and stories that are happening right now. I mean, a lot of us were recently in our careers, and some people still are in the group, at least the people, the silenced whistleblowers that I am a part of, which include many former FBI agents, law enforcement officers, sheriff's officers, DHS, DEA, I mean, you name it, soldiers, they're all in there. So I'm here in another state today because, as determined as they might be to stop me, I'm even more determined to not be stopped. And I came to this location today because there's actually a very deep connection back, in the Washington, D.C. area, and I am determined to expose these rings. And so I'm doing some more interviews and meeting some more people that have tried to expose the various rings and the various just outright evil that happens all over our countries, but is, there's specific pockets of it that is just so horrific. And hearing the stories, especially from young adults who experience this as children, is truly heartbreaking. And, I am again doing this this weekend as I was just a couple weekends ago. So I just want to make this videotape to say that we are still out here fighting. I'm not going to stop. We're not going to stop. I'm not on my own. There are other people helping in different ways that I can't get into right now. Kind of surround and gathering evidence, and we have a lot of it already, to force investigations and force this truth to come out, and to hopefully save these children, save the children that were caught in the system for such a long time, save the children that are caught in the system now, and for these monsters, is what I call them, because the crimes they commit are beyond monstrous. They're beyond what you would even see in most horror flicks. So to catch these monsters and for justice to be served, and for our justice system to go back to the rule of law where justice can be served. And so I'm trying to do my small part of it, and part of it is making these videos to show just how difficult it is. And I'm doing, obviously doing interviews. And although I don't put them out for people's safety reasons, they are being recorded and placed in very secure places and being sent to places where investigations should take place, and should they not, things will become very public and very uneasy for a lot of people, a lot of high, powerful people. So just like Q says, and other people say all over Twitter and YouTube, we know who you are. Not all of you, but a lot of you. We know what you've done. We have evidence, whether it's videos or pictures or just testimony in and of itself, physical injuries, obviously total emotional trauma. We've got it all, and it's going to come out one way or the other, and you're not going to stop us. So you might think that you are, and you might do some things to stop some people in some ways, but we have made preparations. We're very good at making preparations. So we have backup plans with backup plans that have backup plans that have some more backup plans. So this information is not in one location. It's never going to be. It's going to be in many locations. So, the choice to try to stop any one of us will only be met with more and more exposure. So, that probably just wouldn't be a good idea, but that's their choice. So we're going to keep pushing forward. And I know I'm always taking pictures of parking lots and cars because I can't take a lot of pictures of some of the things that I'm doing for safety reasons, but I just wanted to give another heads up that I'm back at it again this weekend and experienced a very raw and emotional day today, listening to some of these stories and gathering more facts and evidence, and we'll be putting that together for some of the people that are trying to help. So I'll be signing off for now, and I have a full set of interviews and people to contact tomorrow, and we'll be starting that in the morning. So I'll be checking off for today. And thanks to everybody out there who is supportive and sends great comments. I do get a couple comments here and there that are just totally negative, and that's fine. The trolls are fine, but for the majority of people, they respect the work that's being done, and they're as helpful as I am. They're the researchers that are behind the scenes, and I'm just happen to be the feet right now that's holding the camera. So everybody has their part in this, and that saying, where we go one, we go all, is such truth. No one is any more important than the next person in this fight against evil. We're all equal in it, and we can all do our part in it. And some of us can maybe hold the camera, some of us can talk to the people, some of us can do the research, some of us can have connections for, to different people, but when we all come together, they cannot defeat us. There are too many of us compared to them. The good will overpower the evil, and we have to keep that in our focus, and just thank God that we all have each other, and that is true, that the heart of most people is for justice and truth, and taking care of children and sick people and injustices, and straightening out this system in our country that has become so disturbed. So with that, I'll be signing off tonight as we look at this beautiful sunset here in the Midwest.